Good morning. We are continuing with the Uddhava Gita. Yesterday we had done till verse 52, and today we will continue from verse 53 from chapter 17 of the Uddhava Gita. I will just do a recap of verse 52 for your benefit so you can get an idea about what we are going to do today. When we were talking about dreams, basically everything in this world that happens to you is the thing that is happening outside of you, which gets reflected in you. The sun sends the rays to the moon. The moon reflects those rays. It is an example to understand how the divine soul that is there inside of you, is called as Jivatma, starts accepting those things which the body performs. It's literally like, okay, now I think I am that. I think I am that. So, another example could be, there is a TV screen or a very big screen of a movie theater. There's a movie projected on that screen. The screen appears to come alive. But is the screen actually alive? No. The screen is only reflecting that which is projected on it. Did you get the point? The image is projected on it. And maybe a few years later, that screen will start thinking that, oh, I am that movie. Got it? There is a theater called Maratha Mandir in Mumbai, which has been showing one movie for the last so many years. Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge, I think that is the name of the movie. Shah Rukh Khan, Kajol, I think, if I am not mistaken. So that theater will start thinking, oh, I am this. Prior to that, there was another movie theater called Novelty in Mumbai. It showed the movie called Sholay for 25 or 30 years. God knows how many years it was showing the same movie. You start accepting it. A man living with his wife for many, many years cannot think of anything else except his wife. Children who are born to the parents will start accepting it that I am this one's daughter or this one's son. And that acceptance is literally embedded into the Jivatma. I hope you understood this. So today we will continue from where we left yesterday. We are doing chapter 17 from the Uddhava Gita, verse 53 onwards. As trees reflected in moving water seem to be moving also, as when the eyes whirl, the land also seems to be whirling. Krishna is giving additional examples for you to understand the truth. Some more examples. Uddhava has to know the truth. What is he telling Uddhava? Just imagine. You have seen children. They go round themselves, And suddenly when they stop, they fall down because they have lost their balance. They see the whole world is turning around them. Isn't it true? The whole world seems to turn around them. It is the same thing when you are sitting in a train and the whole world is going behind you. You think the world is going behind you, whereas you are going in front. Did you understand this? Another example are the trees. Now, just imagine there is a lake or a pond, and there is a tree next to it, and there are waves in that pond. Somebody has thrown a stone. So when you look at that tree, the image of that tree, does it appear to be moving with the waves? So did you get the whole point? The appearance is there of the waves, and the tree appears to move with it. Whereas, is the tree actually moving? No. Now what happens to you is exactly this. When you, the divine soul, you are the Jeev Atma. Please remember this. You are that divine soul. When you start accepting that you are the son and daughter of a person, husband and wife, whoever your parents are, that you have these friends, you are staying in some place, you are going to this school, maybe you went to some school, you went to some college, now you are married, now you have a wife, you have children. Many years have gone by. That thought that you are this person is embedded in you. The thought itself it never occurs to you that you are the divine being. It only occurs to you that you are some name. And that name is what appears to you. You have got so used to it. These examples are setting you on the path of knowing that the tree is not moving, that the world around you is not moving. You are going round yourself when you move the eyes like this. Or the previous example, the moon is just reflecting the sun. It is not having a light of its own. Moon is literally like a black body, It is just reflecting. That's it. So likewise, you have started accepting this, that you are not the soul. The divinity is not there inside of you. Whenever somebody asks you, you only call yourself by that name. My name is so and so. Whatever your name is. And that is exactly what happens to you. You accept your name. You accept who you are in that life of yours, the body of yours. And that's it. You have completely lost your identity. When that happens to you, the Jivatma which is inside of you, which thinks, I am that God, I belong to God, I belong to... You see, the Jivatma is already a part of the divine. But because of the influence of this body, especially the mind, the Jivatma starts thinking exactly like that. Oh, I am this one. Okay. I am not divine at all. You see, divinity is supposed to do miracles. Okay, magic in this world. You see magic happening at all times, isn't it? On Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and all those different apps, you see magic. There are magicians on it. You want to see magic like that in a person's life. Only then you will accept. You, as an average human being, what magic can you perform? You can't even understand what is going to happen next in your life. You don't even know. See, this is the problem. And that is the reason why you don't believe in yourself at all. You believe you are the worst creature on earth. And because you are the worst creature on earth, you can only find faults with other people. It is like the moon will think, oh, I am a dead body, I have no light of my own. But that is good, you see. I am better than that Mars. I am better than Venus and all those. Those are poisonous places. Mars, it is worse than me. At least I am closer to the earth. People pray to me. The moon god. Who cares about Mars? See, that is the thought. So the moon starts comparing itself to other people. And when they compare themselves to other people, they lose their track about their divinity. So I hope you understood this verse. So let us move to the next verse. We are doing chapter 17 from the Uddhava Gita. The verse is 54. As imaginations and dream perceptions are unreal, so also, O Uddhava, is the relative existence of sense experience to the Atma. Now, you have imagination. When you have imagination, what can you imagine? You can imagine anything in this world. When you look at all those Marvel movies, Superman, Spider-Man, Avengers, can you imagine that? All those movies that are there. Then Avatar, Star Wars, Star Trek, every other movie. It is literally imagination. People who have written stories, Chota Bheem, and all those stories that are Shaktiman, are they real? You have taken a real character and then you have made him into an unreal person. This is what happens. Imagination can create unreal things. These unreal things are so much real to any person that they start believing in them. The imagination literally embeds itself in your being. Whatever you imagine, now you are a child. You may be a grown-up person, but yet you are a child. You see, the Wonder Woman, Captain Marvel, these are women characters, isn't it? So we have an Indian star who says, I want to join that universe, the Marvel universe. I also want to become like that. If an actress can talk like that, who thinks that she can become a Wonder Woman kind of a person, you also have those dreams. You also want to be the Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Thor, Thor, you name it, all those great creatures. And some of you want to become the villains in this world also. Did I forget Iron Man and all those other people? Captain America? Like that, you also want to become somebody and you start accepting it. That is imagination for you. As a kid, you imagined yourself as a secret agent. When the 007 movies come and all those secret agent movies come, you want to be the secret agent, isn't it? And you think of conspiracy in this world. How many people think of conspiracy? Many people think of conspiracy. Are the conspiracies real? Who knows? You see, during the World War, Germany used to send secret messages to all its people wherever they were. They were encoded by a machine called Enigma. They are finding these machines everywhere. But did that give the chance for Germany for that World War to be won? No, they lost it. It's exactly like that. Unreal things are happening. One tweet from Elon Musk which says, go to Signal. And people thought, oh, he's telling us to invest in a company called Signal. And they went and invested in a company which is not even related to what he was talking about. Imagination. The word was misconstrued. Some company who's called Signal Technologies or something like that, people went and put money in that company which has nothing to do with what Elon Musk was talking about. Elon Musk is talking about an app called Signal. Okay, messaging app. And the people thought, oh, he's talking about something else. And that way imagination. People imagine things. Human beings have a love for imagination. Those who live in their minds, constantly they are imagining things. I was listening to a person yesterday. Now this person plays a very important role in Big Bang Theory. The others are not real doctors, okay? They are not PhDs. They are not non-PhDs. Sheldon and all those people are not PhDs. But this lady, I've forgotten her name. Now this lady, Mayan Bali, she is a real PhD. And she said something very strange. She said, though Sheldon in this Big Bang Theory has got so many issues. He has got problem with the germs, he has got OCD, he has got so many, medical issues, psychological. And yet in the entire series, they have never shown him go to any doctor to get his head examined. Did you understand? All those fellows in that Big Bang Theory are crazy. And they have never gone and got themselves to any doctor to rectify their problems. Did you get that? People live in the world of imagination and think of themselves, I am OCD. What? You have OCD? Yes, I love to keep things in place. I don't like this thing kept like this. You should clean. I have people who will come in the kitchen and tell me there are things dropped on this place. But kitchen is a place where you are supposed to be working. Things are going to fall, they are going to become dirty. Have you ever seen a place where they make Chinese food? When you make Chinese food, the oil vapors are all over the town. The water is all over the place. The noodles are splashing all over the place. You know how the work is. But a person with OCD will say, why is this place dirty? Why is that like that? OCD? It's supposed to be a disease? Well, then all the army people in this world, all those people connected with defense forces and every other place, like in school also, the teacher who says, sit straight, do not look like this, she also must be having OCD. Because you see, in the army you need chakachak shoes, polished shoes. Your uniform should be, your medals and all should be shining, all your epaulets, everything should be perfect. Your haircut has to be perfect. So those fellows must be having OCD, isn't it? No. That is not a behavioral problem. That is something we have to inculcate in everybody. That is called discipline. But a person feels that is a disease. This is imagination. You imagine yourself into something completely different. Imagination creates illusions in your own world. Likewise, a dream. He is talking about two things: imagination on one side and dream on the other side. People come to me with various, dreams. Guruji, last night I had a dream. The plane crashed. Of course the plane crashed. Does it mean something bad or wrong happening to me? No, 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 no. Last night you were reading about the plane crash which happened in Indonesia. Yeah. When you read something, your mind picks it up and then embeds it in your dream. You dream of some person dead and gone. Your own grandmother will come, ooh, like that in your dream. You will think of places. You will think of people. The more you think about them in your, when you are awake, the more you think about them, the more you actually interact with them, they are going to appear in your dream. Who says no? Everything, consciously or subconsciously. You understand there are two things. Consciously means you are sitting at a signal and you are looking at the signal turn from red to green. So consciously you are putting your car in the first gear and then second gear and going ahead. Correct? Consciously you are doing it. Unconsciously, subconsciously, you have seen a beggar standing near your window. Knock, 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 knock. It's not a beggar. It's somebody trying to sell you a ball pen or something like that. That person is tapping ball pen. Oh, the window shades. Do you want the window shades? Or in India, we have those people who, the neutral gender, they will come and they will stand and say, give us some money. Yeah. Subconsciously, you have seen that person, but you are looking at the signal, you do like this to them. Do you do that? So consciously you are watching that, subconsciously you are just saying, go away. Or at the same signal, the signal is not yet turned green. Men and women are sitting in their car on the driver's seat, digging their nose like this. For what? Unconsciously, subconsciously, the finger is going in their nose. That is how they live. These dreams come because there is a conscious and there is a subconscious. Both these minds are enacting with you, and your dreams are made up of this kind of nonsense. Why would your grandmother come in your dream? Or why would somebody dead come in your dream? Unless and until your mind is overreacting to things. You should have a dreamless sleep, isn't it? See, people go from wake state to dream state to deep sleep state. The dream state is that disturbed kind of a state. Sometimes there are nightmares. The dreams are good, but the nightmares are terrible. Oh my God, somebody is walking in my room. I can hear footsteps. Sir, if you are dead sleeping, okay, you are completely fast asleep. You think somebody will, even if they come and trample you also, you won't know. A very funny scene was there in one of the TikTok videos. Okay, now this comes in another place. So This woman had the habit of sleepwalking. Okay. So this man, he says, what am I to do? My wife sleepwalks. A young woman she is. And she follows a usual pattern around the house. Okay, she walks in her sleep, she follows one pattern, and she comes and goes back to sleep again. He installed cameras and motion detectors so that he can understand where she is. So this man, what he did was, while she is walking in her sleep, he came and gave her a jhadu, a broom, to clean the floor. And she was cleaning the whole house. Now, why was she doing this sleepwalk? Subconsciously. Dreams are nothing but extensions of your subconsciousness. Your subconscious mind is playing truant on you. Now, these two things you understood. One is imagination and one is dream perception. Though they are unreal, you understood now, they are unreal. Oh, Uddhava, is the relative existence of sense experience on the Atma. For the Atma also, whatever the body is doing is unreal. It knows. But just the way you remember those dreams. And when people come to me, why did my grandmother come and say this to me? Just a few days ago, one person comes and tells me, I saw this person drop this statue in our Devghar. What? Yeah. In your dream? Yeah. Anything special about it? What is special about a dream? First and foremost, you must be having that person in your mind. Your attachment to that object is so high. See, these are nothing but attachments. Remember, yesterday's whole satsang was on attachments to that person, thing, and all that. So they keep on appearing to you. So your attachment to that person must be so high that you thought that person came and disrupted your life by, dropping one of the statues. That can happen to any person, isn't it? So this kind of dreams, these are unreal. The sense perception actually picks up all these real and unreal things from everywhere and then replays it back as a movie for you. And you can get carried away by the movie. Now what happens to this Jivatma? The Jivatma, which is seeing this body, your body, do all those things. This is my mother, this is my father, this is my brother, this is my sister. The Jivatma says, oh, so these are my parents, this is my mother, this is my father, this is my brother and sister. This is my property. I have so much money. I am a poor man. Look, the whole world is backstabbing me. The whole world is doing all the wrong things to me. The body, whatever is happening to the body, the Jivatma starts thinking, oh, this is happening to me. That is what? It creates a relative relative existence of sense experience. The Atma starts believing in this utter nonsense. So Krishna is explaining to Uddhava and telling him, this is what the whole world does. You start believing that you are somebody's son, somebody's daughter, this is happening to you, that is happening to you, the world is working against you, maybe you are getting a good job, maybe you are earning good salary, maybe the pandemic is having everything in this world, the whole thing that happens to the body, the Jivatma thinks, oh, these things are happening to me, what am I going to do? That is the meaning of those words. I hope you understood what is being said by Krishna over here. So now we will move to the next verse. We are going to verse number 55. Now, in this particular verse, what is Krishna saying? Even though, this is chapter 17, Uddhava Gita, verse 55. Even though the sense world is unreal, the relative existence of a man who dwells on sense object is never at an end, as troubles come in dreams. Got it? Even though the sense world is unreal, the whole world is actually unreal. It is the way you accept it. You see, let us give an example over here. Now, in your entire life, your mother has taken care of you. Okay? Your mother has taken care of you all her life. She has nursed you, she has given birth to you, she has fed you, she has given you clothes, she has looked after you, and now you are a young woman. You're grown up. And your mother says, why are you having an affair with this person? He is a gunda. He is a very bad element. Don't have. And the girl revolts. And she says, you don't like me to be somebody good in this world. That is why you are talking like this. And then both the mother and the daughter have a big fight. Now the girl leaves the family and goes away. When she goes away somewhere, she can only remember the bad things which the mother has done. Okay? Now imagine, this girl might be 24 or 22 or 24 years old. The mother has said 1 or 2 times in her life something to her, don't do this, you are such, this fellow is a bad person or whatever. But that 1 time or 2 times, whatever the person has said, you apply it to the whole life and say, my mother is such a bad person. 99.9% of the life which was spent so nicely with you, you don't remember. You only remember that 0.01% of what your mother has done bad. And then what happens to you? You only remember the bad stuff. Nothing good will be remembered by you. This is what is called unreal. From that person's point of view, the mother is just trying to caution you not to fall into a ditch. But you don't do that. So it's the same thing which happens to a person. This whole world is unreal, but yet they accept everything happening to them as real. The body. You see, the last 3-4 satsangs I have said the same thing. What happens to the body, the Jivatma thinks is happening to it. And then it accepts it. People treat me badly. They call me names. They have always considered me as a black sheep. They never treated me nicely. They were all trying to trouble me. But the other person, he is very good. The whole world says he's very good, he's very nice. And you listen to the world, whatever the friends and relatives and everybody says, and they fill your ears with all nonsense. And you start accepting it. What is the truth? Nobody knows the truth. Nobody knows the truth because, by the way, everything is unreal. Now let us try to understand. All that happened to you, YOU, was it happening to your Jivatma or was it happening to your body? It happens to your body. Got it? Now imagine, there is a light coming from there and I cover it up. Or if I cover this camera up, if I just put my finger on all my, my hand on the lens, what will happen to you? Will you think I am not there? I will make it black, dark. You will think, oh, the light has gone. There is nobody there. Okay, the internet, is not there. Maybe the line broke. Something like that will happen, isn't it? Though I am very much here, I am just covering the camera up. So you start believing in those things. Even though the sense world is unreal, the relative existence of man who dwells on sense object is never at an end. You keep on dwelling on sense objects. I was recently in a place, and there was a woman on another table and she was talking something. And she spoke quite, fluently on a subject. Okay. And when she was talking so fluently on the subject, I said, okay, this person looks like a person who is from the film industry. Because she was talking 19 to a dozen. Okay. Do they call it 19 to a dozen? Okay. So, she was talking so much. So I went and I said, hello, how are you? I said, I heard you talking about some films and stuff like that. Oh, no. I am not connected with the industry. I am the one who just shows these people around. Till that time, the woman was sitting in that, I could just see her side like this, sitting over there, talking to some people. And the person sitting in front of her was listening to her. They were listening to her. Suddenly, when she stood in front of me and she opened her mouth, I could see all her teeth were stained. And there was dirty smell coming from her mouth. Maybe she had pyorrhea or some gum problem. But the impression was one. Whereas when you see the person, the idea is completely different. This is what happens to what is called a sense perception. You get the point? There are people who look beautiful, but when they open their mouth, they don't appear beautiful at all. Likewise, in this world, everything what it appears is not real, but your senses and your mind and this body of yours accepts it as real. How many times I have given an example, just because you are born from a womb, your body has come out from another person's body, you start accepting that person as your mother. And then there is a father. The reality of it all is this, that you don't even know who is your mother and who is your father. Very simple example. I told you, when this is the surrogate mother and you got adopted by somebody else, the egg belongs to somebody else, the sperm belongs to somebody else has contracted that you should be, and maybe you have appeared in this world. So can you please tell me who is your father, who is your mother? You can't even say. The one who gives the sperm can't be your father. Maybe the adopted father is your father. The woman who gave birth through this womb of hers, a surrogate mother, is she your mother? Or the one who has adopted you is the mother? Or the one who has given you the egg is the mother? Who knows? It's a very big legal complication as well as mental, we say, dimag ka dahi. You can't even make out anything. The reason is because we are completely lost in this unreal world of ours. The senses accept certain things. and we get lost in it. So the sense world is unreal. Krishna is telling Uddhava, please understand, this sense world is totally unreal. The relative existence of man who dwells on sense object is never at an end. He feels the pain, the misery, the happiness connected with it. It is like Shri Rajma, she says, what? In her satsangs, now she's doing Guru Charitra, there she says, marriage is like this, just honeymoon period is for 90 days. 90 days, honeymoon period. It's an unreal world. Getting married to some person is as unreal as anything in this world, and then having children. It's another unreal world. Do you know this? I will tell you something very, very unreal. Genetics. You see, all the males in this world, they have the Y chromosome. All the women have XX chromosome. You have XY males. Now this Y chromosome has got a very finite lifetime. After some time, this chromosome will disappear. If it disappears in a couple of, maybe million years, I don't know when it's going to disappear. But if it disappears, will there be any males in this world? See? Then what are you going to do? Clone the males which are left behind? And that is genetics for you. That itself is unreal. Everybody is talking nowadays about this pandemic. Somebody says, oh, this medicine is very good, this vaccine is good, that vaccine is good. And then suddenly some report comes out, vaccine is not good. What is real and what is unreal in this? Please remember one thing, everything is unreal. Everything is unreal. Those who believe in this philosophy, the Advaitic philosophy, this kind of a philosophy, the Brahma, they look at this whole world as unreal. Illusory world. So here he says, those who dwell on sense objects, their troubles can never end. If you keep on dwelling on sense object, my mother said this, my father said this, my brother did this, my sister did that. My wife, she said this to me. It's all unreal, and yet you make it real. So much real that it hurts you. Actually, whatever they are doing, whatever you are listening, is only listened by the shells, the shells that are there. Shell means the body. This body is talking to that body. What has it got to do with the soul? You are not the body, and yet the troubles are there. So he says, this is never going to end. As trouble comes in dreams, just the way trouble can come in dream. In the dream you feel, oh, I am sick, I am tired, I have this problem, I have that problem, my family doesn't support me, my husband doesn't do this to me, my children are bad. All this happens to you in a dream and you start accepting it. Likewise, in the material world, everything that happens in the waking state is unreal, and yet you accept it. So we go to the next verse. We are doing chapter 17 from the Uddhava Gita, verse 56. Therefore, O Uddhava, cease to experience the sense objects through outgoing organs. Look upon the delusion of plurality as caused by the non-perception of the Atma. Sounds like a very tough verse, isn't it? What he is telling, what Krishna is telling Uddhava is, stop this utter nonsense of yours, accepting these things. These are all unreal. Somebody dies, somebody is born, you get married, you have children, you have mother, father, brother, your boss is bad, your company is the worst, pandemic has come, diseases are there. All this is happening to your body. He says, therefore, Uddhava, cease to experience sense objects through the outgoing organs. If you stop looking at this organ, these experiential things that are happening around you, When you accept them, they happen to you. If you don't even bother about them, why will they bother you? See, it is very simply like this, isn't it? In your life, let us say you are staying in London. Hmm? Your parents are in some other country, Africa. Now you have not heard from them for the last 5 years or 10 years. Has it affected you? No, never. Somewhere after 5 years, maybe you'll think, oh, what happened to my neighbors, friends, family, and whoever. Maybe then you will think about them. But what is actually happening to you? Nothing is happening to you. Okay? It's the same thing. In your life, you have eliminated a lot of people. Your parents, maybe they are dead and gone. Maybe your grandparents are dead and gone. Maybe you had a husband or a wife whom you divorced. Do you think about them now? Many years later? They just appeared like a blip in the screen and then they disappeared. Just like your teacher in school. Isn't it? Like your college which was there. Huh? Like that, there are people who come and they go away. They are a part of your life somewhere there. Likewise, you don't remember 99% of those things. Out of sight, out of mind. Don't they say those words? If you have an ex-boyfriend who keeps on pinging you, ping, 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 keeps on sending you messages after messages, and then you go and bar his number. 2 years later, you don't even know whether this fellow is alive or dead. Maybe you are married and settled down somewhere. You might have gone to Australia and settled down over there. This fellow, what has happened to him? I don't know. Out of sight, out of mind. This person doesn't appear to you anymore. Right? Therefore, Uddhava cease, completely shut down to experience the sense objects through the outgoing organs. Through these outgoing organs, like with your eyes you see, with your ears you hear, with your nose you smell, with your mouth you taste. All these things that you experience, just cut it out. Then those things will not trouble you anymore. There is an accident going on over there. Somebody is hurt and lying over there. And you are driving past. You don't even see that person, but you just drive past. Did that accident appear to you? No. You don't read the news. What is happening in this world? You see, many people don't even know that this aircraft fell into the sea. Those islands that are there of Indonesia, no, hardly anybody knows. For them, it really doesn't matter, isn't it? Likewise, in this world, there are lots of things. If you pay attention to them, then they will matter. Just like there is a background noise going on. All noise, loud noise is going on. You are sitting in a cafe. Okay, you are sitting in a restaurant, a cafe or discotheque or some such kind of a place. And there is bang, 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 bang going on. But you are intently talking to another person in front of you. Do you know about that noise? No, you are not even listening to it. It doesn't even appear to you. Did you understand? If your ears are attuned to that noise, then you are going to get irritated with it. Likewise, if you see certain things out of place, then your OCD will come into the picture. You got what I am saying? This is the whole point. Alright? And it's only when you actually look at it. You see, India is such a dirty country. If you look at it, it appears dirty. Okay? You go to that neighboring chai wala, the one who gives you tea. Or you go to this neighboring all small lanes that are there. The by lanes are so dirty, cannot even be imagined. And yet you will go and eat the choicest of those snacks over there. Huh. Why? It tastes very nice, You have those puchkas, pani puri. You put that thing, the puri inside water. It's a spicy water and they give it to you. Do you know where it was made? You don't even know how it got made, and yet you like it. Why? Nobody understands. You are using your phone, your battery is in the phone. The exploitation of children has happened when they were mining for lithium. Do you know about it? No, you don't know. Why should it? Out of sight, out of mind. You don't even know about it. Blood diamonds. Nobody knows about it. How the cow got tortured when she got killed. You like the beef, isn't it? The whole world enjoys. Okay? And there are some people who will say, oh no, I am a vegan. You see, I don't like this kind of things. Doesn't matter. This idea that you don't pay attention to it, you won't get trouble. So this is what he says. If you cease, if you completely stop experiencing these things outwardly, then they are not going to trouble you. Because your senses are going outwards to actually catch them. But if you stop doing that, why will it affect you? You see, everybody asks this question. Oh, you're working from home, huh? Yeah, I work from home. My husband is also there. My children are there. My dogs are there. My in-laws are there. Such a pain. I have to go through such a torture to see their faces every single day. People who work from home have this problem. They will ask me, you also work from home? I am only working from here. Full day I sit in front of the camera and I will do my satsangs. Do I get tortured? It doesn't matter to me. That's a job I have to do. I have to do the job, isn't it? So those who are sitting in front of the camera, when they stay at home, for them, if you ask them, if there is a housewife or house husband, they stay at home, or the dog who stays at home, you are asking him, you have gone out anywhere? No. You stay at home? Yeah. Anything problematic because of this pandemic? Nah. Exactly like that. So why would it affect? It is because your senses went out and tackled those objects around you. That is why you got affected. Got the answer? You go to a restaurant, you go to a restaurant, a hotel, and you are drinking water from a glass. If I tell you, oh, that glass is not washed, suddenly that thought will come to you, oh my God, I was drinking from some other person's glass. Ew. Now let us say you are drinking from a bottle, okay? You buy a bottle of water and you drink from it, okay? When you drink from it, it doesn't affect you. But if I tell you, sir, do you know this is recycled water? All the toilet water is recycled and then packaged into a bottle and given to you. I am drinking this shit water. How can I do that? Do you get this point? The problem is that if you put your mind and your senses in that direction, you are going to get upset and hurt. That is why he says, look upon the delusion of plurality as caused by the non-perception of the Atma. So in this way, just like you cut off your senses from outside world and then it doesn't affect you, in the same way, you are an Atma, you are not some body. The Atma is the supreme soul inside of you. You are the God Almighty yourself. You are the divine yourself. You are that small essence of the divine. Think of yourself as that. Why are you getting affected by what happens to the body? So this plurality that I am the body, drop it. You are not the body. You are the supreme soul. That divine soul. You are not some body. Remember, this time you have this human body, next time you will have a cockroach body, after that you may have a cow, maybe, donkey, elephant, God knows what bodies you're going to have. Are you going to get attached to those bodies? No, no. Then in your lifetime you might have been a centipede. Last time. And prior to that you might have been a mosquito. Mosquito. But are you affected today? You are a mosquito? No, you are a human being. Why are you accepting that nonsense? So when you are removing these problems from your mind, then you are not going to get affected. So you are the Supreme Soul. You are the Jiv Atma. Okay? Don't think of yourself as the body. This plurality, these two things will go away from you. Think of yourself as the divinity. I am the one who is divine, who has taken up this body. I am the water which got filled in the bottle. Got it? This is the bottle. The body is the bottle. I got filled in that bottle. I should not accept it as Kinley or all those Dasani or all those water that are there in this world. You are not that. You are just WATER. Like that you should know. You are only the soul. You are not the body. This body is nothing but a container you got this time. So we go to the next verse. We have just 5 minutes. If possible, I'll try to complete it. We are doing chapter 17 from the Uddhava Gita, verse 57 and 58. Even though scolded by the wicked, or insulted, ridiculed, calumnied, beaten, bound, robbed by the living, or spat upon, or otherwise abominably treated by the ignorant being, thus variously shaken and placed in dire circumstances, the man who desires his well-being should deliver himself by his own effort. This verse I will continue in the coming weeks. Next week I may not be there, but the week after that I am very much there. So, do you know what this verse says? Even if you are insulted by another person, if you are put down, calumnied, ridiculed, you are such a stupid person, beaten, somebody will come and beat you up. You are bound by some person, you are bound, tied up. Tied up in what relationships? You are my husband, you are my wife, you are this, you are that. All those things are called bindings. Even your company binds you. You are the employee, you are this, you are that. All these things happen. I have a boss. My boss is like this. I have children. I am a mother. I am a father. All these are called bindings. They are binding you. Robbed of his living. If you are robbed of your living, somebody will say, oh, you are not good. You should go away. I will take this place. There are lots of politicians who are robbed of their living also. All over the world it happens. See Mr. Donald Trump. What happened to him? Lost the elections. He is robbed of his living. He is no longer the president. Very few days later he is going to be nobody. Ex-president he will be. So he is robbed of his living or spat upon. People will spit on you. They will say, hey, you stupid fellow. Like they look upon Indians as dirty Indians. What dirty Indians? Indians are good as human beings. Like this lady in America. She said the black and all those words to the people. She called them by name. People spit on you. They say bad things about you. Otherwise, abominably treated by the ignorant. The people around you treat you badly. So if you get shaken by this and placed in dire extremities, if you want the well-being of yours, then with your own hard efforts, you have to stop thinking of yourself as that body. They are calling the body bad. Why are you bothered about it? You are the divine soul. You are the divine Atma. If you have accepted that you are the body, then you are going to get hurt about it. But if you have not accepted it, nothing is going to trouble you. So what we have done is we have done verse 57 and 58. But I am going to redo this verse because this verse has got a lot of value for you. Okay? So we have come to the end of our satsang. I will see you all, not the coming week, but the week after that. See you all. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.